Thank you for the lurk there, BDG. BDP.
Hello. 4-5. Afternoon, White Wolf. Mr. Lovegood, how you doing? Sorry to keep you waiting. I had to finish eating my pizza slice. It was very tasty. And I didn't want to do that on stream because I would end up with, well, pizza between my teeth, potentially down my top and stuff like that. So I was like, I should do this in my own time. Waylanders, how you doing? Oh, thank you. It's just a different bra and dogs. Your issue with pizza slices is you want the whole pizza. See, I did get the whole pizza because they were these the ones from Lidl, like the one that you get in the little bakery stuff. So I did get the whole thing. How's it going, Bill? You alright? Yeah, you wouldn't believe the number of comments I got on your T-shirt when I went to salute. There were everyone was everyone loved it, which is fair. Balls. Just grabbing a clean cup and the water bottle. Just realised I didn't have any clean water, only dirty water, which we really don't need for painting white. And yes, this cup has been through the dishwasher multiple times. It just refuses to let go of its past. It's very clingy. How's everyone doing? How's it going? I figured I would continue on working on the Death Jester, and doing alright, you say? Crocheting nice, avoiding things you actually need to do. I mean, if you're going to be avoiding things you need to do, doing it by doing something creative is actually good. Amazing, Waylanders, that's great. It's going to make it so much easier to find and tell people about it. Because yeah, I was literally stood there. I had to copy. It was on my phone. I went to the page and I tried to read it out to her. It's like, this is going to be a nightmare. I copied the link, the URL, into my notes so that she could read it. And she was like, I don't know if I don't know if I have the brain power for this at the moment. Like, you know what? I'll find you on Instagram and I'll send you the link. And she, but yeah, that would having a shorter link, that makes it a lot easier. You have leveled up. In what way have you leveled up? I am curious. For fuck's sake! I have a fucking reminder on my phone. Look, wait. There it is. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Paint. I hope you are having a lovely day so far. What a terrible friend I am. Having a chill day, your brain feels better after last week? Oh, nice. That is good to hear. Can't tell you how scary this is. Painting in or glazing in shadow on top of white. That is terrifying. Yours is next Thursday? Well, as in this coming Thursday or the Thursday after? The 23rd or the 30th? Grove Guardian for the win. 23rd. Add. Save. She's so cool, and she's so nice to paint as well. And like other Sylvaneth models, because of what she is, you can't really get it wrong. And it just makes the whole process so much nicer if you're, especially if you're learning. I feel like Sylvaneth is just the perfect range for people who are new to the hobby. You painted a Kroot! Nice. I don't think... No, I've never painted any Kroot. But then I've been fairly limited, to be honest. I've not really painted very many different things. I haven't painted any Kroot, I haven't painted any... Not any orcs, not since the very first ones I painted, which were the very first models I did. They were the orcs, from I think it was Dominion. I haven't painted any Tau. I haven't painted any Eldar besides the Harlequins. Yeah, there's quite a few things that I haven't painted yet. I want to try all of it. How's Nivian and George Pup? They are good. They, Nivian took George to the park where he, followed one of his dog friends around for a bit. They don't really play, but they like to be in each other's company, which is quite cute. So they just follow each other around and just hang out like broskies. And he is playing some WoW with a friend at the moment, I think. Kroot are great fun to paint with the quills on their heads. It's super easy to go for a Native American look. Ah, cool. Yeah, they do look like something that I would enjoy painting, I think. I should probably do something with that chest piece and the belt before I do anything around there. Let's have a little look at the cheat sheet. It looks like a bronze. And it looks like bone on that one. Have I got posting and whips? I love a whip. Oh, sick. I like that. That's very cool. Right, have I got... I don't want a gold, I want a really dark... I think Talus's bronze is still too light. Maybe not. I got sent a picture of the new shop cabinets. She's right in the middle. With my name and everything. It's very nice. And there is a shelf somewhere else with my Dreadnought on it as well, so that's nice. Is it bad that I'm tipsy at 4 PM? That depends entirely on what you're planning to do with the rest of your day, I'd say. And that, yes. Like, as long as it's not a regular thing and you weren't supposed to be, like, going somewhere this afternoon and driving and stuff. I don't like this. Ooh. Mm. 15 Fivogen. If you're driving, something has gone terribly wrong. Do you not have a driving license? I know. I noticed. I said 6-7. It was one of the first things I said. 4, 5, 6, 7. Get absolutely bodied. I noticed. You don't have to understand, you have to acknowledge. I don't understand. I don't think anyone really understands the whole 6-7 thing. It's absolutely ridiculous. Get bodied, that is. Oh, I put bronze on everything. No, you don't have to understand, you just have to vibe. Or something. Just staying home, doing some light chores and painting minis now. In that case, it's absolutely fine. I have done absolutely nothing so far besides just tidying the kitchen a little bit. It's been wonderful. I made myself quite useful yesterday. I did a load of things again yesterday. Stuff that needed to happen, but didn't particularly fancy. Trench, you said the 4-color challenge is exciting and fun. Strongly recommend doing it sometime. I am tempted. You hold 10 buckets of rocks to put under the deck. Yeah, that's chores. I would say that qualifies. Let's have a look. Because I used gold on these guys. Maybe I need to do gold anyway. $10 buckets of rocks. That's quite a lot. Where did you Where did you bring them? Where did you get them from? I planted a little syringe tree yesterday. Or syringa, or whatever it's called. It's a syring in Dutch. Completely forgot about it. I picked it up from Lidl a couple of weeks ago, and it just been sat in the garden in its pot, and it was looking a little bit worse for wear. I had watered it a few times, but then wind knocked it over and it fell behind our massive lavender bush. So I hadn't noticed that it was looking a little bit sad, so I really hope I managed to revive it. I gave it a load of water and put buried like gravel with it for good drainage and a load of compost, so hopefully it likes where it is now. You got Jamie Daggers, who kind of created the challenge to help you, and she's so wonderful and kind. Oh, nice. Jamie Daggers. That makes more sense. For some reason, I read that as Jamie Dodgers first, which is a biscuit, and I was like, it's not Dodgers. Flavio hasn't written Dodgers there. It's Daggers, and then I realized it was Jamie and not Jamie. So here we are. A truck dumped all the rocks in your front yard. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got a quote from the guy who normally helps me in the garden, because I love gardens, love gardens, and I love green and I love plants. Do not like gardening. So I do the bare minimum, and he comes in and does like the big ticket items like trimming the hedge, and he loves to weed as well for some reason. You're just based in a palate cleanser. That's been your day. Nice. What is the palate cleanser? Red. It's a rather random green stag. Nice. You're gonna take the scorpions off the printer. Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say, what? Take the scorpions where? Ah, nice. That's really cool, White Wolf. I like the other week when we built that display cabinet, I chucked out one of my first models because it was a 3D printed, slightly warped, not very nice looking stag model as well. Very tempted to repaint that at some point, to do another one of those and just do it nice. I know they say don't throw out your first minis, but this was literally a piece of shit, so... Be so careful because I really don't want to touch my my white with this red. Oh, when I went to Salute, I spoke with because I went to do the orange brushes stand because I always want to support that kind of stuff. And I went to speak to them because I'd reached out on behalf of RoseCon to them to see if they'd be willing to sponsor, like as in to sponsor a prize for the painting competitions. And at first they were really enthusiastic and they replied. I mean, it took a while, but then they came back really, really positively. It's like, oh yeah, that'd be great. I see on the website that you have multiple competitions going, and we'll happily sponsor you a couple of prizes. Where do you want me to send them? And then they ghosted me after that. After I sent them my address to send them to, and I was like, hello. Sent them a few messages to very gently, kindly ask them, prompt them. So, do you still want to do this? RoseCon is coming up. It's very, very soon. So I thought, you know what? I'll just speak to them at Salute. And they were very apologetic that they hadn't come back to me yet. Gave me 2 of their full boxed, complete range of paint brushes as a present for RoseCon. So we've got 2 amazing prizes for the painting competition to go with whatever other prizes Chris has in mind. Happy day celebration. You've got a dispatch notification of a bus that you ordered from Etsy. Nice. Definitely worse ways of paint than your first means you keep them forever. Nice. Jim, how you doing? Yeah, it was very nice. Hi Ben, you alright? Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. I felt they said, oh yeah, it's been just crazy. It's been really busy to begin with, and then with the lead up to Salute and everything, it's just been manic. And it just slipped through the cracks kind of situation, which is fair. These things happen. I super didn't want to be like that kind of person. You promised? Where's my freebies? But I assumed it was something like that, so I thought I'd ask. Yeah, 100%, yeah. You're good just painting the Space Dwarfs? Nice. Ooh, fiddlestick. Why do I keep dropping my brush? Happens so often. How are you getting on with the dwarves? Are they fun? You good? Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. Yeah, they've been... I mean, they're already chipped to bits and I've picked them off on this hand. I ripped this nail the other day. Hurt like hell. So I've been picking at my left hand to get rid of the polish, and I think tonight or something I'll repaint them. I have a load of new polishes that I haven't used yet, so that'll be fun. Doing the infantry is kind of assembly line painting. There's a lot more work than fun, but you're making progress and it feels good. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it? If you, it's all well and good doing, like, batch painting, but it doesn't always feel as good. Is that the secret to my out of this world painting? Well, for one, it's not out of this world, but I appreciate you saying that. That's very kind. And for 2, yes. This is just black nail polish with a glitter top coat. But it's two different types of top coats. I don't know if you can really see it, but this one is more purple and that one has got like yellow flecks in it. You're a very talented painter and lovely person. Accept it! Accept it! I will try. I am trying. I'm doing my best. I am doing my best. Very much doing my best. Preach! See, I struggle with that, and I know that it's silly, but it's one of those. Yeah, I just don't like myself that much. I mean, I'm not. I don't dislike myself. I think I'm all right, but I don't think very highly of myself. Let's put it that way. You guys are way kinder to me than I am to myself. You agree? Oh, imposter syndrome practically acquired in the hobby. Yeah. Struggle with self-image, but you know you're a good painter. People like you, and you got a fat ass. Nice. Wooden spoon across the knuckles. Not out of this world. Yeah. Shut your smack mouth hole. Smack. Yeah, it's just that I see my paint job next to other people's amazing work, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, for example, in the cabinet at my hobby store, I'm like, yes, I'm really happy that my model is there, but also, oh my god. The trifecta of greatness, hell yeah. Good painter, nice person, fat ass. Very typical neurodivergence because you've been held up to an impossible. Yeah, I guess that might be it. Yeah, you always feel like you're not quite meeting an impossible standard, something that you can never. Yeah, never achieve. You can comment on the painting side, but you're too much of a gentleman to comment on the other. Never about comparing yourself to others, it's about improving your own work. True. It's just hard. It's just hard to, also, I don't know if I want to. Yeah, it's gonna be black. It's just very easy to see other people's work and think, oh man, I'm not nowhere near that good yet. And at least at the moment, I'm thinking yet. My brain is learning to think about how I will be improving, instead of that I'm not up to the ridiculous standards that I hold myself to quite yet. Comparison to Thief of Joy, yeah, it is. It really is, but it's so easy to compare yourself to others. And so hard not to. The Wraith Knight is clearly heavily inspired by the legend that is Cryo. Oh man. Every time on Instagram I see a post by Cryo, I'm like, oh man. Unreal. Up there with El Miniaturista and all the other. What's the other one? Heresy 4. Can't even think now. Cryo's much of a legend. He's an amazing painter and a genuinely amazing human being. Just realised these Harlequins remind me of the Dia de los Muertos with all the different bright colours. I just love that I'm able to paint really, really bright colours and it makes sense in a 40k universe. Well, normally 40k is like, bright colour, what's that? You're supposed to have everything weathered to the high heavens and muddy and growth. He's like, no, and I want it bright and I want it vibrant. Why can't you understand that? Why don't you love me? All of your models are bright? Yeah, same. I've got very few models, at least my own paint style stuff, that are not bright. They tend to be pretty vibrant. Blood Angels are all different chapters and none of them are really grimdark. I don't think they need to be, really. I don't think they need to be anyway. No, flesh tears are pretty grimdark. Yeah, well. You can still paint them shiny. It's not very lore accurate, but no one's ever accused me of knowing much about lore, so loopholes. How do you know that most of mine are flesh tears? Cry. The Grimdark aesthetic is fun to paint. You feel most of the marine chapters are too prissy and up themselves to ever get that grubby. Yeah, unless you're painting in like a fantasy where they're literally just coming from a battle kind of situation. It often feels a bit... yeah, unrealistic, which is a crazy thing to say about our fantasy Marines, but here we are. Call it that. Posted a bunch of your stuff on Insta. I've only done so far as flesh tears and Levinters on there. See, some days I really wish that I was able to like actually remember things. Sparkly bits in the black and some bright bits in the red. Just bone shards or fresh blood. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just don't tell them that they spent half an hour rubbing body glitter all over themselves and before they got in their armor, which they don't, obviously, and that they got some glitter on them by accident. It's entirely possible. Actually remember things that we all wish to remember. Wait, what was I thinking of again? Oh man, it's honestly I must have googled different Space Marine chapters so many times. So many times. I looked at color schemes and stuff, and I have zero recollection. I can't even remember like what people tell me about their own armies, and it just feels so... It feels like I'm not paying attention, but I promise I am. Oh, I don't need reminding. I just don't remember things. It's just my brain just doesn't remember things. just general knowledge just falls out my head. If you read the Horus Heresy books, Loken uses cleaning his armor as meditation. Yeah, that's fair. Because I can only move 6 inches. Too much armor can be a hindrance too. Yeah, but there's like a nice middle ground that would be cool. Like, I'd like to be able to go back to, say, my teens or my early 20s, where I actually still felt like I had a functioning brain. Instead of this burnt out, like autistic burnout husk of a brain. The wife thing I had a fight because she didn't remember something she said. It was not fun. Yeah. It's not like you're trying to forget things, it's just... Like, Lord knows you're trying not to forget things. At least I am trying very hard not to forget things, and yet. It wasn't clear enough, by the way. You're lurking while you crochet to avoid your responsibilities, or at least postpone them. You're all good. Can't use 2 hands and type. It's one of those things. Yeah, crochet is very much one of those hobbies where it is impossible to do it with one hand. So you're assembling scorpions? Nice. Are they already? Did you already clean them? That's quick. A scorpion assemble. You could think about me reading it. You're doing one at a time. Ah, okay. doing one at a time and then you put them on the UV all at once. That makes sense. I swear one day I will have a paint session where I don't drop my brush. Today is not that day. Printer took sacrifices, oh no. Oh, nice. Bear with. Hydrate. And a stretch. Oh. Thank you very much. Very kind. Is it warm today? It's beaming out today. Yeah, it's quite nice actually. I mean, I haven't really been out yet. Nick took George to the park this morning, and he came back in holding his hoodie, so rather than wearing it. So that makes me think it's quite nice. It's sunny, and I'm wearing only a thin cardigan and like a short sleeve top, which is quite not a lot for me. And I've only had the heating on for a little bit in here and it's turned off now, and yeah, I don't think I'll be turning it back on. So yeah, it's quite warm, it's nice. Be a shame if you have to wear a warm wool. Oh, would be a shame, yeah. Great shame. But who would do that to me? That'd be. Especially as I just managed to thin my paint to the perfect consistency, and Oh, I haven't reimbursed Grey Wolf his points yet. Vic McGuire, thank you so much for the follow. That's very kind. How are you doing today? Oh, for right, bonk. Posture check. Hydrate, stretch.
When will you wear wigs?
And a wigs. Blue, pastel pink, or neon pink?
I'm not a
Bill?
shrimp.
Oh, never a daughter happens to press the buttons. Yeah, neon. Bear with. There. Neon. Oh my god, this is so scratchy. You had a dog as an avatar and also paint, not difficult. You painted your greyhounds. Nice. This is my dog. Bear with. He's very cute. Neon. What do you paint, Vic? If you don't mind me asking. With my silly wig on. Will you wear the wigs? Aww. They are very cute. 40k stuff badly. Hey. Painting is painting. We were just saying how imposter syndrome is not a very nice thing to have. Darth 15. Oh my gosh. How are you doing? Imposter syndrome, your favorite thing to play with, yeah. You prefer Age of Sigmar stuff because mods are much nicer. Yeah, I agree. I paint mostly Age of Sigmar stuff. It's just a little venture outside of the ordinary with some Harlequins and a knight at the moment, but it's generally speaking, I do Age of Sigmar. You good? Glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm painting, so that's good. Always makes me feel much better, so. Hey, yo, Grimdark, you alright? Thanks for the lurk, Ben, I appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon. If I don't see you again. Exactly. Painting and it's a weekend. That's the yeah. Major positives. Can't complain. Or I could complain and be very silly if I did, so I won't. Not too bad, just looking at this golden beard mini and in awe of this a system you don't really play. Which one? What, the golden goatee one? The one-page rule mini? Or is it the mini that you're painting for the golden beard? Well, we're doing two. There's two competitions. So there's the golden beard and there's the golden goatee. The golden beard is the one that everyone paints in advance, and the golden goatee is the one that you can paint on the day if you want to. And we will be supplying the minis and everything. So when you paint at home, you bring it with you. Yeah, nice. And why in awe then? You're saying you don't really paint Sigmar very often? Or at all? I suppose? Oh, you don't really play Sigmar, yeah. Recently started collecting Building Age of Sigmar. Lots of your internet friends like the Spearhead format for playing at meetups. It's a perfectly fun game. Much more practical than something in Old World. Yes, I have been told that Spearhead is the ultimate game form at the moment. Like, it's really well balanced, well designed, and really good fun. And Sigmar is just very, very pretty. Like, very pretty. Like, most of the models are just really attractive and like fun looking. Really fun to paint as well. You do love the Sigmar models and more details? Yeah, I agree. I find them really, really fun to paint. Although I'm having a lot of fun with Eldari as well. Like, Death Jester is really fun. Even if I'm just incapable of getting this bloody popped collar right, though. Going to have to paint a bit more texture into it, I think. You've only just started Sigmar, you're getting magazines for Spearhead, so Rats is, yeah. You love the diamonds and the leggings. How the dickens do you do that? With a lot of patience, a little bit of self-flagellation, I suppose. I really enjoy painting. It just takes ages. I've done a whole set of them. Like I've got a troop of Harlequins. Bear with, I'll just grab them. They're just behind me in a cabinet here. Or at least 5 of them are. The 6th one is on my desk as a reference picture. So I've got... The first one I did was this pink one. And it's got a bunch of neon and there is a green one. And a purple one. And a yellow one. Do not drop them into my wet palette. And a red one. And an... nearly. And an orange one. So yeah, this is my... yeah. It's literally just hand-eye, to be honest. I don't use a stencil or anything like that because I don't feel like it works. The models are too small to get like a good design on them. What I found was initially on the first one, I painted in like a diamond style grid. Like initially, let me just show you. Bear with. Like on my wet palette, like I start on the first one, I thought, oh, I'd been told that this, if you paint like diagonal lines, don't run. This is my stupid speed paint. It shouldn't be there, really. Right. And yeah, you could. That's what I started with on the first one, and then I paint it in. But then I realized that the paint you use for the diamonds like skews the size of them. So in the end I just went with painting a diamond, painting another diamond, and just connecting them. And that way you can shape them. So if you have a different... if the fabric goes around the leg or whatever, you can stretch them, if that makes sense. Diamond's super tight. Bloody cheating that using Tello we don't have. How is that fair? Thick glass rose. I was sitting next to her and her painting is utterly amazing. I looked at mine and thought, yeah, that's good. Oh, I'm sorry. I really... Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. You're too kind. Yeah. Thank you. I still have it. It's here. If my camera will focus on it. It was a fun mini to paint, actually. I am going to just have a quick look to see how long ago this wig was redeemed, because I am itchy. Why is it filtering? I don't want it to filter. Hydrate. There it is, 12 minutes. Yes! Yes! See, mine was a statue. Oh, for fuck's sake! Bear with. Right, this is just warm and not itchy, so it's way better. Don't cry, that is fine. You've got a whole stack of Stormcast Eternals to paint, but you're working on the Eagle for Erin and the Witness. Oh, I love that model. It was really fun to paint. I sold it to a guy, sold mine to a guy in France. No, you never did. Das, can you refund, I don't know if you can, or if you know how to, refund Grey Wolf his 5,000 points that he redeemed last stream? I didn't know how to, because I don't have the admin side up when I'm streaming, which is very silly. He redeemed a, pretty sure it was a wolf hat, as when someone else already had. You would love to see a picture of my Iridan. Have I got that on my phone? I'm pretty sure I do. Question is where? Thank you, I appreciate it. So mine was like a phoenix-like model, I guess. And he had some like blood dripping down his off the axe and stuff. He was really fun to paint, to be fair. I had a really good time with him, but yeah, the guy who bought him off me rebased him. I'm a bit sad that he did. This Rosecon, you bring more than your competition, and you bring kill teams and a few others to show. Nice, awesome. Oh, thank you, Vic. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was very fun. I had a good time. A really good time with Iridan. I had to completely repaint the wings because I initially went in with a dry brush, like I suppose most people would or do or should really. But it wasn't giving me the vibrancy that I wanted. It wasn't bright enough, so I had to repaint it. It became a little bit dusty, which is just a testament of my lack of skill at the time with a dry brush, really. So I painted them all by hand, one by one. You avoided rubbish because of the reasons you decided. Yeah, I feel like it's a really good technique, really good, and you can get some amazing results with it. But I think I just used the wrong paints for it, and combined with not really having great dry brush skill at the time, I just ended up with a brush that was slightly too dry and a very dusty looking finish. And because of the paint scheme that I had, I really wanted to be very vibrant, very bright. I reckon I could probably do better now. But yeah, I don't know. Should try really sometime. And in some scenarios, in some cases, like that dusty look is actually really beneficial. Because I also painted Talia. Talia Vedra, she is the City of Sigmar lady on like a... God, what are they called? The ones that are part lion, part... it's not a griffin. Anyway, and she is a much more muted... A manticore, thank you. Yeah, a much more muted color palette, so it felt like it worked better there. I just used browns and tans and stuff. But when I was trying to recreate like fiery freaking feathers, it just didn't feel like the right thing to do. Painting for 18 months, you're already doing commissions. It's when did I start? Yeah, it's must be a little bit longer than 18 months now. Just trying to think how long it's been. It'll be 2 years in October, I think. I don't know how I managed to get red on this freaking legging, but I'll have to paint over that. Fantastic. But yeah, it's to be fair, like Vic, I didn't come into it not knowing anything about painting. I used to draw a lot and like paint 2D, I suppose, like on paper. And a lot of that is transferable skill, right? You're only a year in, but you're hooked. Yeah, exactly. Composition, colors, etc. It's just you're plus just being able to handle materials, like knowing how a paint is going to respond before you put it on the model. That kind of like inherent, I suppose, information. That like it's something that you need to learn over time, and it doesn't happen straight away. And if you're having to struggle through models to learn, it just takes a while. And I've always enjoyed things that are like small. I've always painted in small scale because I thought that was much more fun than really big things. I've done a few larger pieces when I was in school, but I never really had a good time with it. I've always been really bad at painting backgrounds. And now I don't ever have to paint backgrounds, which is quite nice. Love the orange brushes. Yeah, they are great. I've tried quite a few things over the years. Oh, it's only been 2 years. So I've got Rosemary and Co in there. I've got Hawk Miniatures, the Alex Paint range. But at the moment I am very much hooked on orange brushes. They are so nice. Yeah, exactly. I've just really like that I don't have to feel bad about using my brushes, because I'm forgetful as hell and I don't always give my brushes the time and attention that they deserve necessarily. And if I were doing this with, say, Artis Opus brushes or some other really fancy brand, spoilers, you could just buy Rosemary and Co and you'd still get the same materials. Anyway, I would just feel really worried about like accidentally not cleaning my brush as well as it should have been cleaned. And it would break my heart if I destroyed my really expensive brushes. Exactly. And don't get me wrong, I really like those too. I have gifted the Rosemary and Co brushes as well. But I personally, just at the moment, very fond of orange brushes. Plus, they are very nice people. They have they've given me 2 full sets of their paint brushes. So that's all 5 of these, all their dry brushes and the flat one as well, in a set, 2 full sets in a really nice gift box to give away as prizes at RoseCon. So fun times. Yeah, and I met them at Salute Saturday last week, and they were just really nice. It's really down to earth, really friendly people. So yeah, I can and will always highly recommend orange brushes. Well, they're open to sponsoring creators and events and stuff. They have like a contact me page on their website where you can reach out if you are looking for prizes for an event or something like that. They're open to that kind of communication. Like, I'd love to be able to give, like, I did ask in my first email, I said, look, I am already recommending your brushes anyway. Yeah, I did get it sorted, yes. It'd be awesome if I could get like an affiliate link or something so that I can give people who are buying through my recommendation a small discount. Like, I don't even need a kickback or anything like that. I just want to be able to let people try these amazing brushes. But they didn't yeah, they sort of glossed over that in my my email, which is fair enough. I'm not exactly a Peachy or a Louise Sugden or a Cryo. Plus, if I'm already if I'm already telling people that they should be buying the brushes, why should they give discounts? But yeah, I'm hoping that there'll be some good pictures at the that someone's going to take some good pictures at the RoseCon competition prize ceremony, so that I can send them something back to say thank you. You guys have been amazing. Look at how happy these people were with their prizes. Yeah, it felt really awkward. I was there buying brushes because I wanted to buy Nivea the dry brushes to try out. And I was like, right, really awkward. I'm here for two things. One, to buy some brushes, and two, because you've ghosted me. And they were very apologetic and immediately like handed over like two of these really nice prize boxes, so or like the nice gift boxes. So I was I feel like it was a genuine mistake on their part, like with the run up to Salute and how busy they must have been. Anyway, they were very nice to me. Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like yeah, they very much yeah, they very much supported the cause, so I'm happy. There's something so boring about, oh god, how like you use Corn Red and Mephiston Red, which is fantastic, really nice, but they're so 40k coded that the moment you put them on they go like flat and a bit dull. I'm gonna use the Vallejo Scarlet Red for a little bit of a highlight. Still need this for the cloak though. I was gonna suggest Scarlet or Gory. Yeah, yeah. I like the Scarlet Red. It's I feel like that's the main red that just stays really vibrant. It's crazy though because you can put them on your palette and they look lovely. These Citadel ones, the Mephiston Red looks, to me, it's that one over here. Looks very nice. Looks saturated, cool. Yeah, exactly. I like it when things are vibrant, as I've just explained. So yeah. You landed on a 1k list for your Eldar. Awesome. Anything fun on there? Are there 15 Harlequins on there? And are you going to be painting 15 Harlequins with diamond patterns? Because reasons and fun times. And if not, why aren't there? Ten voice car. Okay. No Harlequins. Ten banshees. Okay. Still, no Harlequins. We're waiting. Oh man. Well, what about Harlequins though? They're so fun and pretty. And they paint up so nicely. If you like suffering, that is. No, I fully appreciate that painting little diamonds is not for everyone. It's only for crazy people like me who enjoy that kind of suffering. I love doing this. You should do it too if you like to suffer. Masochist confirmed. Still struggling to comprehend the diamond. You know, patience is required, but his hobby would. Yeah, it's and I mean, I'm a slow painter, right? Or I feel like I'm a slow painter for stuff like this, because this has already had 2 full streams of like 3.5 hours. And another session in it, and that's just me doing diamonds. So absolutely. Getting late in the day, you've done nothing. You start with changing bed sheets, and I'll move my car tires from the boot and take them to the cellar. Nice. I mean, bed sheets is one of those things that people underestimate how much good that does for your mental health, to have a clean bed. So absolutely, go do that. Thank you for the lurk, I appreciate it. Every time I change my bed sheets, I'm like, oh, I really should do this more often. Like, really, I should do this the moment the freshness wears off. Obviously, I never will because it's a massive faff, and how am I supposed to dry bed sheets that often? It's not even the washing, it's the drying that's the problem. Anyway. Yeah, air dried, like, ideally outside in the sun is best. But I only have my small English garden. Yeah, things don't really dry very well when it rains. It's nice today though, so when I changed my bed, it's been nice this week, so I changed my bed sheets a couple of days ago and put my sheets on the line outside, which is really nice. As long as Bird doesn't shit on the sheets. Now, you know what? I'm gonna touch wood now. I have never had anyone shit on my sheets before. And I say anyone because I don't know what else could come in my garden and shit on my sheets. It's not an invitation. What kind of neighborhood? Yeah, exactly. I don't have a tumble dryer, that's the thing. Like, I don't have one. My kitchen is theoretically big enough to have one, but I'd need to have a condensate tumble dryer, because I don't have a hole through the wall to get the air out. And for a while I thought, oh, I'll just put one in the garage, but now we've built this garage. Also, I never would come into the garden to into the garage to clean to hang out my bloody sheets. There's just no chance, so I don't know why I even thought that would be a good idea. Jack, how you doing? You don't have a tumble either, no. Oh yeah, this is the dry, I remember. Just trying to shake a dry paint. Silly sausage. It still makes me laugh the first time I actually realised that just because something is a dry paint doesn't mean it needs to stay dry. Like, you can just dilute it, you can just make it a normal acrylic paint. And Riser Rust is one of the most vibrant oranges out there. Productive morning, taking a little break. Nice. Productive in what way? What have you been up to? Made a bunch of stuff, nice. You just realised you need this playlist now. Come to coin to your Witcher, I know, right? The playlist is, it's just on Spotify. It is called DMCA Free DMCA Free Lo-Fi. So it's from the creator Slofi, S-L-O-F-I, and it's just a playlist that won't get copyright striked if you post stuff on YouTube and things like that, because that's one of my worst nightmares, is having to deal with stuff like that after I've just uploaded my cozy stream kind of thing. It just feels like Yeah, this feels like a nightmare. But they have a bunch of... This is just a video games version, like the... video games playlist. I'm personally also very partial to Peaches, the Mario movie song by Jack Black in lo-fi. Not only video games. Yeah, Fly Me to the Moon? No, I don't think it was Fly Me to the Moon. There is something that sounds like it. There's also one that sounds like Christmas music, but it's not. Let's have a look at this playlist then. Yeah, it's got like... Damn. Yeah, there's like 300 songs on this playlist. It's very cool. Do we play games as well? You're still stuck on Baldur's Gate Act 1. So, the answer is yes, but also no. I love games, and I love to play them, but I tend to get sidetracked or bored. So, I've been playing World of Warcraft for like 20-ish years. That's the only game so far that's really stuck with me. Like I tried, for example, Hogwarts, what's it called? Hogwarts Legacy or whatever. Oh, on stream? No, not on stream. Only for myself. I worry about the video games streaming community. It's not very nice. Yeah, I've just always had a bit of a scatty brain when it comes to games. I think the only game I've ever finished, and apart from one achievement completed fully, was Terra Nil, I think. Really chill game. If you want a chill game, go play Terra Nil. It's amazing. You'd love to see me stream some games, oh god. See, the problem is, the games I play, mostly like World of Warcraft, I don't want people to see how much I rage when I play, because it's not their fault, but I'm not very nice to people that I play with, and because I only play with push to talk on, I don't actually rage at anyone in person. As I would like nothing less than turning into that person that I hate to play with, if that makes sense. Just don't play WoW, play something else. Yeah, so Nick and I played It Takes Two, and we really enjoyed that, and we started on the second one, and we really should continue and finish that. But I'm so bad at jump puzzles. And I've just as I was saying earlier, like I get sidetracked. I was talking about Hogwarts Legacy. Completely didn't finish my story there. I started playing that. Played very excitedly for about 2 weeks, I think, for a few hours or an hour here and there during the week. Then didn't play for about 3 weeks and completely forgot how the whole game worked, like all the keybinds and stuff, and that puts me off so much that I then I should really replay the whole bloody thing again and just end up with the same situation when I inevitably get bored or distracted for a while again. It's just it's quite tricky for me to play games. It's still a little bit ironic to me that I'm able to sit here and paint diamonds for literally 7 hours and love every second. But if I don't have background noise on or a movie to watch or something like that when I'm playing a game, I lose interest. Hi Jake, how you doing? How's it going? Baldur's Gate would be perfect with co-op. Rage is part and parcel, so they embrace you. You clearly have a nice community, just kick them if they become Kents. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm not worried about the people here, right? I'm more worried about the people that would end up on the stream if I changed my the category to gaming. I am very tempted. I was talking to Duff a while ago about changing the category of my stream to like art for a while to see how that would affect views and stuff like that. Because I'd quite like to grow my community, as any streamer would. Because there's only like, well, on a good day, 3,000 people watching the miniatures and models category. Can never really grow really big that way. Hogwarts is easy, just remember to spam Revelio and you win. That's what the banhammer's for. Tell me the day and make sure you're here with a hammer. Yeah, It also doesn't help that I'm just not very good at games. Like, I made the mistake of looking at some Instagram accounts that were doing stuff with Pokemon Pokopia. And they're like freaking building entire societies and new... And I'm just sitting there chopping blocks, like... Yeah, 524 miniature models, 7.9k in art. Yeah, exactly. Stick with minis and mods, it's how you discover it. The other is Warhammer, but yeah, it's no... Yeah, it's one of those things, like, I'd love to reach more people, but at the same time, I know that people who are genuinely interested in, like, the things that I'm interested in are going to be in miniatures and models and looking for streamers here specifically, rather than in art. But yeah, it's options, I guess. Options. Right, I need another drink because I'm thirsty. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that there's only 524 people watching at the moment. Like, what's everyone doing? Could do a variety of things on stream too. That's what I do. Yeah. I suppose if I paint things that aren't, say, Games Workshop models, I could stick it in art. For the ones that are, I stick in miniatures or models or something like that. Bed has been made. Nice. Now I just changed from my pajamas. Yes, you've had the latest. Very nice. No, that was not a beer. That was a Fanta. I very rarely drink. It's not that I don't. It's just that I usually don't. I only drink with friends, and I very rarely have friends over who I want to drink with, if that makes sense. I might share a cider with Nivian or something like that, but well, make it a beer. I only have... No, I lie. I was going to say I only have 0% Guinness in the house, but I don't. I also have 2 large bottles of Leffe. I have... I think I might actually still have a Schoof in the house as well. Asahi, I think, maybe 1. And some Baileys. Crack when I'll join you. She considers us friends and that's why she's drinking, yeah. Yeah, I've never tried it. The only reason I have it is because one of my friends brought it over for New Year's because he was driving. And he didn't finish all 4, he only had 2 of them. Guinness Zero, obviously really good. Yeah, that's what he was saying as well, so he really enjoyed it. But I can't really drink more than a couple of sips of the darker beers. It feels too much like eating, which is going to sound insane, but it just feels like it feels too heavy. It feels like I'm chewing on my beer, which I know is an insane thing to say about drinking a beer, but what the hell happened here? Close to the real thing. Oh, good. You get it? It's thick. Yeah, I don't know why. It just... Like, I like the flavour, but it's just not something that I can drink a lot of. It just doesn't, agree with me in the same way, like, a light fruity beer does, and I know that I'm very much a girl for saying that, but I love a light fruity beer. "99% of the time, stout is shite. It's a preference thing." I was gonna say, you mad? Yeah. I don't think 99% of stouts are shite. I think a lot of them are really tasty. But I just don't buy them because I feel... I don't like the idea of opening a beer and then wasting 3/4 of it because I can't finish it. And like I said, Nick doesn't drink it, so I can't share. I can't share one with him, so I just stick to the things that we both like when I buy something. Highly disagree, 99% should be. So many amazing ones. Stout's just not for a lot of people, yeah. Need to go on a beer run now. I used to drink quite a lot of beer in my younger days. I've just grown to the point where I now only drink what I find really tasty, and there's just not an awful lot of that. There is a lot of that, to be fair. There is a lot of beer that I really like. I shouldn't say shouldn't talk shit. But I just yeah, don't really have very many reasons to drink, I suppose. It just doesn't really happen very often. And then you paint, yes. Right. Bit of a glaze on here. I know it's not really a glaze, but and you can pop that vibrancy back in, hopefully. Hit the hairdryer. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Black. Black as the night. That's very cute. I like that. Beer run? No worries. Enjoy. Buy something nice. Alright. Okay. Now, touching up where I've touched the black with red. Because I am a silly sausage. Bob. Gosh, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. Finished with errands, just about to start painting. Work for me to judge next week, yes. We've got some really nice prizes to be won. I managed to get Orange Brushes to sponsor 2 full paint sets for the competitions, so and they're worth quite a lot, like 60 quid each or something. And then I'm pretty sure Chris is also submitting a prize of sorts. But I'm very glad it's not just me judging. I'd be very worried if it was just me. Because I've already been told about some awesome projects, and I'm very, very curious to see how everything is going to come out. I'm very excited to see people again. I really do hope that everyone will introduce themselves to me, because I am terrible with faces. And I don't want to insult anyone by not recognizing them when I should. Can't wait to, you know, exactly, I'm the same. Very excited to see what people come up with. Plus then there's the on the day competition as well with the one-page rules minis. Very curious to see what people can put together with the time constraints. Because I know it's, well, for me it's bloody hard to do anything speedy. How did I manage this? Freaking Agrax Earthshade on the underneath of this collar thing. Lurk might try to do something that won't embarrass me too badly. Thank you for the lurk, Cash. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you for the sub. It's very kind. Zombie! Thank you for the raid. How are you doing? How was your stream? Manaman, how's it going? Welcome in, raiders. How you all doing? Hope everyone's doing really, really well on this lovely Saturday. You good? I'm glad. What are you working on at the moment? I was lurking in your stream, which is quite strange to see me watching myself now on your stream tab. Getting bothered by you and Zambi interrupting it. Yeah, well, really enjoyed working some non-metallic metal gold. Very nice. One day I will do another non-metallic metal project. You've just seen an absolutely savage Harlequin. I saw something ridiculous, like a Harlequin. What's it called? Like a wraith thingy? You just finished a massive Space Wolf, so now painting some Eldfall Chronicles. Don't think I've ever heard of that. I wonder if it's the same one that. Oh, sick! That is so cool. That's very pretty. That's very pretty. Give it a little like because that's very pretty. Do I follow this person? Follow. I do now. 2 dogs, 1 brush. That is very pretty. Oh shoot. I've just noticed another red tassel that is dropping down there, or at least I think it's a red tassel. I can't actually tell, but it looks like a tassel. It has the same kind of shape to it, so we're going with it. Shall lurk? No worries, man. I really appreciate it. Zombie, are your Space Wolves like fully done now, or are you expecting another request for more? Fully done and delivered. Wow. How many points is it now? Not expecting any more for a while. Always more. You had an absolutely bonkers amount of Space Wolves. Over 3,000 points. Holy moly. Very cool. Monday, 3 boxes of Space Wolves land. Pass it whip. Ooh. Oh, sick! Yeah, okay, I can understand why you would like to do non-metallic metal on that. That is really cool. That's a really cool pose as well. Damn. Gorgeous. Gorgeous model. Thank you, Duth. Much appreciated. I should set that up to do that automatically when someone raids. Automatically do a little shout out. You're AFK? No, no worries. Thank you for doing it. I appreciate it. Blink, woman. Blink. Yes, thank you. That would be amazing. I've got like a bunch of things that I need to finish before next weekend, but maybe the weekend after I would very appreciate. That checkered pattern is looking very clean. You can't paint freehand that well. I actually really enjoy it. I find it really yeah, cathartic almost. But I fully understand that for some people this is their worst nightmare. So yeah. But thank you, that is very kind of you. I enjoy doing it. I think for actually probably better at doing freehand than doing normal normal painting, because it's I think my whole paint style leans towards visible brush strokes, so it's yeah, you're a painterly style painter. It's like, I know. No worries at all. Thank you so much for the raid, Zombie. I really appreciate it, as always. Very kind. Sleep well. And hopefully see you again soon. Everyone, if you haven't yet, go give Zombie some love. And give him a follow. Because he's great. He's great. Great people, great painter. And all that jazz. Tiny metal spikies. I'm trying to force myself to like almost excessively blink, because otherwise I forget and I'm sitting here and I'm suddenly unable to see my model and it's very silly. You're gonna paint more crude? Very nice. Brush is just too soft to lift off any mistakes. Do a little scrape instead. guess it maybe also doesn't help that my my light is so bright and good that it's perhaps over light in certain areas sometimes, or over what's the word? Overexposes, I suppose. And stupidly, I've already turned it down a tick. Right, have we got more weird little bronzy bits? Don't think we do. Why do we have 3 Celia green shades, or Coolia green shades, or however you want to pronounce it? That's quite a lot. It is actually, yeah. Freaking hat and wig hair here. Because it's awesome, yeah, but I don't need 3 pots of it. Anyway. Hey, how you doing? You'll have to remind me what you would like to be called. I'm tempted to go for TC. Pretty sure I've asked this before, but... Good, chillin'? Nice. Yep, that's fine. Good. Cool. This is quite nice. I've never used... What is this? Drakenhof Nightshade for like a deep bronzy gold before as a shade. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, Has Been Hotel. For a second, I thought you were painting Black Dog. No, it's not a dog. No. I will at some point. Like if I find a good STL, I will. I will paint a black dog. Like draw it and paint it. Yeah, I had someone else design my the black dog logo and stream overlay and stuff. Because digital art is not my strong suit. I'm okay with just paper and pen, but even pumpkins at times. But yeah, it's I'm definitely better with models and a paintbrush. Same here, yeah. Just trying to remember what to do next. Oh yeah, though I had to touch up this thing. Beer run successful. Nice. What did you buy? And don't say Stella. You're back. Even managed to take a short shower. Nice. You couldn't paint. Well, I have no patience for it. Oh, I like painting models. Got distracted by someone who was walking their two greyhounds. You like fizzy stuff, you just Heineken export. Still Heineken though. It's like, of all the Dutch beers you could pick. Nah, it's fine. People like what they like, right? This is yeah, that is exactly. It's supposed to be that. Some say love. But this is from only yesterday and it's called, just waiting for the thing to, love is a flower, you are the seed, apparently. From, oh, it is actually the rose. Interesting. Don't. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's just that I grew up with Dutch beers and just like, I'm more of a Hertog Jan kind of girl if I am going to be drinking Dutch beers. But like I said, and like we were saying earlier about preferences and stuff, when we were talking about the stouts, like we all like different things, and I shouldn't really talk because I like fruity beers and girly ciders and stuff like that now. Look, many years ago, I went on a trip to Amsterdam, did the Heineken Museum, got the free half. Possibly the best drink ever. Possibly because you were high, but ever since, just stuck. Yeah. You get nostalgic from things like that. It's when you drink it, you don't just taste the beer, you taste the memory. If you didn't know that, you might think you're a girl. I know, right? Ridiculous. What am I like, right? Drinking girly drinks. People might think I'm a girl. It's like me with minus 196 lemon sours. Brings you right back to your planet. Yeah. Everyone knows you are. Ah, oh, balls. I was trying so hard. I wasn't trying. You're drinking? What are you drinking? One thing you did learn when in Amsterdam, don't get high and then play Dutch Scrabble in a coffee shop where you can't speak Dutch. How many E's and H's are there? You haven't even touched on the G's yet. There's so many G's. That's an interesting choice of game though. Playing Scrabble of a language you don't speak. Beers. You were drinking last night, now you're good for a while again. Yeah. I might have a cider later. I picked up some ciders from Lidl. I do a like a little brand blood orange cider, which is actually really nice. And it's like 4 cans for $2.99. We're like, okay, cool. And Nick and I tend to share one, and then sometimes share a second. But it's one of the few things that we will both drink. Are we enabling now? Not in the least. I don't really influence easily, I think. He used to drink cider with 3 little bottles. Yeah, I can't think of anything worse. The headaches. Oh. You rarely drink at all, and when you do, either have a glass of wine or you go for stronger stuff. Yeah, like when I'm in the Netherlands, when I'm at my mum's, for example, I will happily have a glass of wine with her with dinner. Hello? There we go. But I would never open a bottle of wine for myself because one, I wouldn't know what to buy, so I always end up buying something that's a bit shit and then not liking it and just ending up having to cook with it, which is not a problem really. Can't drink much anyway, I get hangover by 10 p.m. You have a liver of steel? Yeah, I used to. When I was like a teenager, I used to go out and drink like 12, 13 beers in a night and be absolutely fine the next day. And nowadays I'll have 3 and I'll be feeling it for a week. It's just not worth the ag. Dog hairs on my brush. Not what you expect or need. £2 is your max, then you have nana nap. Yeah. Yeah, I did say 13. I used to have like we used to go out and it was we used to go to these squatters bars in Amsterdam where I grew up. Um and this is my my wild era. I'll show you what I looked like back then because it was quite I looked quite different, which is quite fun for people to see if I can get my camera to focus on that. There we go. This was me at 16. So yeah. Glow in the dark necklace, and I was wearing, I don't know, you can probably can't see it, but this orange bit here, I was wearing high vis trousers, like workman's trousers. Dragon Ball GT poster on the wall. Yeah, they called them altos, like alternatives back in Amsterdam. Like I wasn't fully goth, but I also absolutely didn't fit in with the normies, so. I was a very angry teenager. Even your student age, you don't think you ever got over 4 pints or something. See, the thing is, they're not pints though. They're just glasses of beer. They don't really sell in pints in the Netherlands. So they're like, what is it, 33 centiliters? Hey Gonders, how you doing? You think Gothflow is awesome. Needs to return. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, like I think can size, like 33 centiliters. Ish. So the size of a can of Coke. Yeah. Europeans are much more sensible in drinking. Yeah, I feel like if we were served pints, we probably would have had very different nights. But now we had to stand in a queue and wait for a beer the size of a can. It just slows you down a little bit. Quishy's painting a Kroot. Very nice. 0.58 imperial pints. Yeah. Send it to a Swede. We drink like there's no tomorrow. Big. Yeah, but you've got like really freaking horrible winter and stuff. The from farther north you get, the more depressing it gets. So, I kind of understand. Like, I don't condone. Like, I don't think heavy drinking is necessarily a good thing, but I understand. If that makes sense. Like, I get it. And there you go. See, you think it's always 0.7 US pints because Americans are awkward. Yes, they are. They are. When it comes to measuring things. Alright, spikes. Now I need to go back in there because I've clearly managed to touch my red slightly. In northern Sweden, yes, but you live in the south and we have way more daylight. Still drink, there's no tomorrow. Still drink like there's no tomorrow. Ah, yes. Well. I lived in Denmark for a few months and people there did the exact same thing, so yeah. It's not really because they're awkward. History of the pint is complex, and at one point we had different sized pints depending on what we were measuring, wine versus beer. You good? Oh, I'm glad. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm trying to finish this freaking Death Jester because there's a competition at my local gaming store where we're supposed to submit a squad or a troop or something with something to lead it. And I know in game and stuff, from what I've been told, Death Jesters I don't think can be attached to a unit, but I don't think for the spirit of the competition that really matters. And if it does, and I fight, then that'll be my disqualification and that'll be fine. But I need to submit them all before the 2nd of May. And I'm away all weekend next weekend, and I still need to rebase the Death Jesters, sorry, the normal Harlequins. So I'm like, ah. I will finally standardize the American, pick the different one. Your brother's the worst of us, he drinks way more often than I do and started earlier. You rarely drink, but you do have more sense in me than he does. Because you're afraid of alcoholism, it runs in the family. Ah, yeah. Ooh, you're local painting competition too. Nice. Yeah, I know he is. You've been enjoying pre-mixed drinks lately. Picked up some blue raspberry vodka. Ooh. 2 of the minus 196 for later, and decided to try the stupid long 4 locals that came out because peach sounded good. Doing something for the World War Convention. Oh wow. It's in this edition, yeah. No, I don't care, but I don't know if they care. If that makes sense. But fuck it. Like, I don't have time to paint more, and I really wanted to paint the Death Jester, and I felt like to me it feels like it would work. I've got one of these really cool like a scenic base. It's like a plateau with little holes in it with small new bases. So I'm rebasing all of it. And you have a title to defend. Ooh. Have you got any work in progress, or are you not sharing? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And I'm just happy to be painting, right? I don't really care about what is and what isn't allowed officially. Like, I'm just happy I have my name in the cabinet and on a little tag, and I got to paint for the store, which is very fun. I just want to submit models that I like because I feel like, yeah, it's fun for them if a lot of people enter, right? So I want to make sure that I enter. I want to be part of that community the best way possible. Interesting, the whole myth Napoleon was a short arse came from wartime propaganda and ignoring the fact that the French inch was larger than the unused. Really? That's interesting. Speaking of having a liver of seal, you tried drinks the first time you instantly liked whiskey and rum and hated ciders, wine and beer. Huh. I like strong that I can enjoy. Who are my favourite YouTube channels that I follow for painting stuff? Ooh, that's a difficult one. That is a difficult question because I do very different things of people that I like to watch. So I really enjoy to watch, well, I like Mediocre Hobbies for what he does. Just for what he does for the hobbies. For the hobby as a whole. just giving people a way to get really good results without hundreds of years of practice. No works in progress yet. Give you a few hours. Mediocre, you don't know. Go check him out. Like White Wolf has, is possibly one of his most loyal supporters. He's really, really good. He uses a lot of contrast paints and speed paint and stuff, and then layers that up to get like with dry brushing and things, get really, really nice results. I also really like Eons of Battle. I think they are really fun to watch. I think Jay is really, really nice and chill. I really like Alex Paints as well. The Kieran Show. Really enjoy watching the Kieran Show. They do a lot of chat though, a lot of talking. A lot of it is not painting. It's talking about army lists and stuff like that. I don't watch those very much. You love Alex Paints. Oh, he lives near you. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. Yeah, he's really cool. I like his videos. Possibly one of the funniest videos I've ever watched is him trying to paint yellow, or a good quick method to paint yellow was just a excellent video. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Obviously, like people like Vince Venturella, etc. It's very. You got these really, really amazing painters, but for like simple content to watch something while you're having dinner or something, which is what I normally do. I love his sarcasm. He's really funny.
I'm not a shrimp.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Oh, and a stretch. Ambassador. Louise Sugden, obviously, but she doesn't really do very many actually painting videos anymore. But she's like a massive inspiration. Peachy, also really, really good. Don't really watch very much of him, but yeah. Time to go adult, no worries. Thank you very much for hanging out, I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to have you. You've been sitting in his chair for a few hours, go to this... yeah. Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. Not too bad, still. How do I feel about big guy? Squidmar. I do love Squidmar. I'm very envious, especially of Lucas's paint skill. I find him more enjoyable to watch than Emil himself, I think. But they're both excellent painters. And yeah, Lucas is a god, I know. Louise is a lovely being, yeah, she is. She was at Salute, and I was like, oh, a bit starstruck. I didn't speak to her, but she was like, oh my god, she's here. She was selling her goblins, her little mini-mans. But yeah, Squidmar is an awesome channel. I really... Basically, I'll watch anyone who... This is going to sound really dickish, but who paints in a way that I like and doesn't have horrible hands. If someone has really, really like ugly hands, I struggle to watch them for very long. I get distracted, and that's a really mean thing to say. And especially coming from someone like myself who has struggled with like chewing fingernails and stuff for a very long time, I know how freaking hard it is. But to me, like, if you have your fingernails and your hands on camera and you're trying to sell a product, in my mind, you should try and look after your hands, which is your product. Yes, hands. You're struggling with that cracked thumbs. Yeah. Lucas is a god. How did you know? Your real name is Lucas, yeah. Well, you don't need to have like, God knows I don't have fantastic hands. I have chubby fingers, and I've got like all kinds of like problems and dry skin and all that. And I'm getting old. You start to see wrinkles on my hands, and my skin isn't as elastic anymore as it was. But I look after my hands. I try and like put at least some hand cream on it before I start streaming, so I don't get these like really horrible dry skin thingies. I try and put like occasionally, if I can be bothered, nail polish on. I try and look out. If you're going to be selling yourself with the biggest air quotes in there, I feel like you should try and present what you're putting out in the world in a way that's not horrible. And to me, if someone has like nails all the way chewed up to the quick, I get that that's a problem. Like I've been there. This has been me from age 7 till 24. I chewed my nails like there was no tomorrow. But it's just, yeah, if you're going to be showing your hands in that way, I feel like you should look after them, and I feel like they should look presentable. So even if you have really short nails, at least moisturize so the skin doesn't look really dry and cracked and stuff. At least just make it look less distracting. And I know I'm this is 100% one of my weird hyperfixate neurodivergency problems. Note to self, make hands pretty before making Lego. Just don't have horrible hands. That's the only thing. Like don't yeah. Like if you dip your hands in paint and you've got shit, like you've got paint on your hands where you're like, I've got paint on my hands, not a problem. But just pretend like you care, I guess. Note to self, make hands pretty. Yeah, it's yeah, I just feel like if you're going to be putting your hands under almost under a microscope or a magnifying thing, yeah, working hands cream, exactly. It's a really good one of Keith's. I've got this in my drawers, just a tube of Lidl's deluxe brand hand cream, and I just slap that on before, because I know I forget, and I know I'll have like it's one of those, but yeah. I have hang-ups over hands, okay? I don't really know why. I don't know why it's such a problem for me. But like I couldn't be with a partner who had horrible hands, which is saying something that sounds awful. It really sounds awful, but it's yeah, I don't yeah, I don't like judging anyone for their looks or their appearance in what way. Don't know why it's such a thing for me. She says exposing her hand kink. It's more that I don't want. I don't know. It just, yeah, I have a physical reaction to horrible hands. I can't help it, and it's same with feet actually. Hands and feet, both of them. I just like. I know not everyone has perfect hands or perfect feet, and I don't give a shit, but if you have ugly hands or ugly feet, look after them. And try and make them at least a little bit presentable if you're going to get them out. Like the moment it gets warmer, this is where my fucking neurodivergent tangent, and then the moment it gets warmer, and you got all these blokes putting on their flip-flops with their gnarly-ass, dry-ass feet and their horrible, horrible toenails. Sorry, Kat. Hello, lovely. How are you doing? You've joined us at a horrible point during the stream. We're talking about nasty feet. Like, please, like, scrub. Like, get a pumice stone and get rid of some of that callus. Moisturize your feet. Cut your toenails. Don't be rank. Just don't be rank. The other problem is streaming and you see your hands. If you have a good camera, it picks out all the cracks in your skin. Oh, 100%. Like, this. Like, no one notices this in real life. Not a single person. I sit here with my hands in front of the camera thinking, oh my god, I've got wrinkly hands, I'm old. And I'm like, who gives? But yeah, I give, apparently. So, it is one of those things. I just, yeah, hands and feet, it's a hang up. Your hands are not, your thumb look like badgers, like a badger's arms. Fucking hell. You are your worst critic, yeah, 100%. No, I do have weird hands, so I've got, the tendons in my hands are too short, and I don't know if I'll be able to show you very well, but like I can't do a push-up with my hands flat on the ground because my wrists, like my fingers don't bend. So this pinky especially, I'll show you in a minute, it doesn't, like my fingers don't stretch that way. Every viewer currently looking at their hands are thinking I should moisturize. True. This is actually a thing that it's a medical thing. It's campodactyly. It means that the tendons in some people have it in all their fingers. I only have it really in this pinky. My cousin has it in both pinkies, so apparently it's a family thing, like a genetic thing. But just this one tendon, when I was a kid I had like a splint and everything to try and correct it, and I could have had surgery for it, but like screw it. She also likes to chop off fingers. She does. It's still a little bit on the wonk, you see? It's still a little bit like off. I also have scars. That's a scar here. That's a scar. Oh, actually this is one scar. This one. That one and that one, because I used to do dishes in a restaurant, and we had two tubs, one for cutlery and one for plates, and someone chucked a knife in my plates tub, and I reached in and stood there for like 20 minutes, my arm in the air to try and stop the bleeding, and it was yeah. This is growing back alright, apart from the fact that I just ripped my nail the other day and now it's really short, but yeah, this is actually, the fact that it's growing at all, where I've literally chopped it off. I had a very like, I'm happy to share photos, but I will not share them on my Discord because it's gory shit. So if anyone wants to know, send me a DM and I'll send you a picture of how I chopped off my fingertip. Reached in and thought, why did that blade bite me? Yeah, basically, like who, like I was so annoyed as well, like why? It was, it was bad. If you're a man and you're single, you're looking to try and attract someone, sort your hands out. Agreed, 100%. If you look like you're looking after your hands, like, this is gonna sound crazy. Go get a manicure. Just get your cuticles sorted out, get your nails looked after, and girls will like it. You've been thinking of it for like half a year, but the only hand moisturizer you have is pretty fatty, so you can't do anything after you've put it on. So you keep forgetting as you use your hands all day. Only option is before bed. I don't know where you live, but just go to Lidl. Just get whatever. Like, get this. This is literally just, it's a little bit fatty, but it goes into your skin straight away. Like, I just put it on my hand and it's gone. Like, my hands are soft now, but it's not like not like the O'Keeffe's that just will sit on your skin and just like put on a protective layer. It's actually like goes in. Nails are important. They really are. Like I genuinely hate to judge people for their appearance, because I know that we don't all have the mental spoons to look after ourselves. But if you have even half a spoon left, it should be important to look after yourself. Sorry for bringing the subject up. Didn't realize the strength. No, you're fine. You asked about streamers, or like people asked about streamers, and I just went, oh yeah, as long as you have nice hands and you're a nice person, and I just blew up, like, because I'm a freaking spicy silly girl. Get some CRV, game changer. You always get dry skin on your face after a shower, especially on the hairline. Started using that. It's insane, the difference. So nice in your hands. Ooh, nice. Well, any supermarket will have. Just go find some. You want a light moisturizing cream. That's the moment you look for like the working hands and stuff, you get really thick. Like anything that has beeswax in it is really nice, but you like we're saying, only in the evening, because you end up with like this film on your hands, which is great for your hands, but not great for doing things. Your nails are really bendy because you have HDR. They tear and break really easily, so keeping them nice and hard is so difficult. Yeah, it's like I was saying, it's like it's not even that they need to be perfect. For me personally, I want my hands to look like I've tried, and it doesn't have to have a perfect result. And that's the same for everyone who puts their hands out in the open and in the world, essentially. I don't care if you don't have pretty hands. I do care if you stop caring. I think that's the main takeaway. You must not be a fan of Robert Redford. Correct. hands wise, yes. Supermarket ones were always shit. The one isn't expensive, about 20 euros for a bit. Oh, that's good, yeah. Since you work in eldercare, you need to wash and sanitize your hands so often, they dry out so quick. Oh gosh, yeah. You were lucky this winter that your hands didn't crack. Oh, ouch. Connective tissue disorder, that affects everything. Yeah. Hair, skin, nails, teeth. Well, not teeth, I suppose, but... But yeah, but like I was saying, like, as long as people try, and I don't expect anyone to freaking go get manicures every single week. Like, I've never had a manicure, ever. Because I've always felt really self-conscious about my nails and about my hands. And then when I finally got to a point where my nails were nice enough, I just looked after them myself. It can affect teeth, but thankfully mine are really good. Oh, good. You know, Jean-Luc Picard's hand problem, you think that's arthritis stuff. Yeah. It's the same with, oh gosh, what's her face? Mary Berry. With her arthritis, or whatever it is she has. It's hard to watch for me. I'm not allowed to watch if you stream Lego. No, but you have nice hands. I don't know what you're talking about. You painted your nails the day before and it made you feel so good. But you need a manicure at some point. Yes, it's one of those things. Like, you don't need... It doesn't need much. Just... You know, they use cannabis hand cream. Huh. You love the expression... What's her, their face? So funny, so accurate, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Total Biscuit. It looks like him anyway. Body Shop do a really good hemp hand cream, yes. Actually. But yeah, if you have working hands and you need to keep your hands like moisturized during the day, get a lighter hand cream, something that isn't really high in fat content, because it will just sit on your skin and be annoying. Like, I have a really, really nice beeswax hand cream, and I hardly ever use it because it's too too gloopy, almost too fatty, and it just sits on my skin and makes me feel like I have something on my hands, which is not what it's supposed to do. Beeswax is top tier, yeah. When you used to work on fish farms, the hemp hand cream was a godsend. Yeah, I bet it was. probably have other hand lotion, but you don't know where. You're bad at keeping track of stuff. I put things next to my PC, because usually by the time I'm sitting down and looking at my hands, it's usually at my PC. For your hands, your GP recommended a wax bath for the pain. Only reason you haven't got one is space. Huh. Hand lotion is key for this hobby. Keep your hands nice and healthy. They're the best hobby tool. 100% agree. It's so easy to ignore your hands. And at the same time, it's also so easy to look after them. But I know from speaking with people with ADHD, for example, that they can sometimes struggle to remember their hands even exist. So they might get very enthusiastic about hand care, do it for 2 nights, and then for 6 months forget their hands even exist. So you're terrible with your face as well. I mean, I don't really wear makeup. I might put on some mascara, or if I go out for a night, like for a dinner out or something, I might do a little bit more. Maybe some like really light eyeshadow, or I've got like a really thin, like a tinted moisturizer or something like that. But I just can't have like heavy makeup on my skin. It just makes me so angry. I feel it every second that it's on my face. I can't ignore that it's on me. And even mascara, after a couple of hours, my eyes get like heavy, and like I just want to get it off, and that's usually goes hand in hand with me slowly getting overstimulated. You like that with foundation? Yeah, same. I mean, I wasn't expecting you to put foundation on me, so love good. But yeah, the only thing I do to my face is moisturize after a shower, because I get really dry, itchy skin, especially here, and my forehead here gets really dry if I don't moisturize. So I get these light moisturizers, and you could if you wanted to. Yeah, absolutely. More power to you, really. But yeah, I love a bit of moisturizer. It's just very, very nice for my skin, and my skin makes happy noises almost if I just moisturize my face. I've always been a little bit sad that I can't deal with makeup. Like, I can't look girly without feeling uncomfortable. Like, I tried when I started streaming, I noticed that my skin was looking a bit washed out when I'm on camera, and I always look a little bit pale and tired and stuff. It's like, oh well, I should probably just wear a bit of makeup and not look so knackered all the time. Obviously I am actually knackered all the time, so it does track, but yeah, I just feel really uncomfortable wearing it. I also feel like people are looking at me wrong, like I've done it wrong, like I look weird. So I've, on top of the physical discomfort, I have the mental discomfort as well, of feeling like I've put on like a clown face. And I'm ridiculously careful about that kind of stuff. I don't want to over apply because I don't want to look like a freaking clown face. You used to do it before you came out in the beginning too. Nice. Flo, miss it. You look beautiful. Stop it. It's the light, cat. It's the light now. No, I'm fine with it. I know who I am, and I don't particularly. So, if people who come to my stream to watch me paint have a problem with my face that doesn't have a shitload of makeup on it, then that's on them, really. If they don't want to look at my face like that, then don't look at my face, look at my hands, or don't watch my stream at all. It's also fine. Like, I need to head out. See you another time. No worries, Mr. Lovegood. Thank you so much for hanging out again. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, exactly. It's a damn problem. Like, as long as like doing basic self-care, which I always do, if that is not up to their standards, then by all means, find yourself a streamer who likes to sit in a hot tub and does things like that. And that's not me, so. What if we stay for the face? Well, that's appreciated. That's appreciated. And welcome in, Loku. I appreciate it. Pervert. Look, anyone likes to know that they're not found, or like people don't think they're hideous, right? There's no one in this world who doesn't want to hear occasionally that they look nice or that they whatever. And it doesn't mean that we're all like, if I wanted that kind of stream, don't dox my name. If we wanted that kind of stream, I wouldn't be painting minis. Trust me. Like, it's I'd be doing something entirely different. I wouldn't be sitting here with freaking with a Harlequin. But yeah, it's I 100% just everyone just needs to be happy. Everyone just needs to be happy. Please be happy. Ooh. That's my main goal for everyone, really. I want everyone to be happy. Trying to work out what this skull mask is. If it's, I think it's metallic on one side and then not on the other. Yeah. You got 3 kisses there, not many get that. You're very generous with your kisses today. That's 3 whole ones that I've seen already. It's huge. Did I use that same mask though, or did I use the... Yeah, I did. So I could use a skull on one side and metallic on the other side. I think I might... Yeah, let's do that. 2 for family. Yeah, I think it's 1 for family for me. 3 for acquaintances. Or like distant family. All here for hands and face, but stay for the talent, hands and face. Yes, that works. That works. I can live with that. Not many get 3. 1 for family. I am heartless, yeah. Oh, it just doesn't really feel... I don't know if this is a Dutch thing. It's always like... It's 3 for... like... relatives. Oh no. Oh, okay. I will have a look at them all. Do I do double line spacing when writing emails? Do you mean like word, space, space, word, space, space? Or space between the lines? Ah, okay. Read my post, it was more a case of I've already got my hands full as someone who won't have his hands full. Do they have time to go pick something up? That was more the vibe I was going with. So I'll be absolutely fine with the stuff that I'm bringing, but I'll have a look at your message. So I could just drive myself, but I don't really want to drive from my hotel to Rosecon and then end up with my car in the middle of Cardiff. I think a large part of it is just a person being comfortable. Like if you put on a face full of makeup, don't think you'd be comfortable, and I think anyone who knew you would know it. You look lovely without, so I don't need to do it. Oh. That said, if you were the kind of person who was comfortable doing so and loved wearing makeup, then why not? Yeah, I agree. Hey Ed, how you doing? Happy belated birthday. How's it going? I hope you're well. Toit. Everyone excited for now? You have no idea. I'm so excited. I need to start making a list of all the things that I need to bring, because I don't want to end up forgetting to bring something. But I hate lists. Hate lists with a passion. I'm gonna scroll up now. Vic. Oh, the double line spacing. Okay. I thought it was about like a hint of about like being old or something, because I know that people in typing school used to be told to use double space between the words. You've made a list of all the stuff you're buying. Is Rosecon a big thing? Well, it is to us. It's a small convention. It's being held in Cardiff. It's next weekend. There are still tickets available, So if you're about, please come round. There'll be painting competitions. There's one competition that you can paint for in advance, one on the day. It's definitely growing. There'll be some like tabletop game, like card games and stuff, and there'll be some. I think it is it going to be Spearhead? Can't remember what game system they're using. Last year was Blood Bowl, I think. This year it's something else. But yeah, we've got loads of things going, and we just get to meet a load of nice people. Spearhead, okay, cool. So yes, we're yeah, it's gonna be really, really fun. Last year was the first one, like, officially set up. There we go. And yeah, if you're about, if you have time on Saturday, it would be really, really fun. Plus, you get to meet all of these nice people. You get to meet Kat, you get to meet me, you get to meet Ed. There's going to be a load of people there who are very, very nice. Obviously, Chris, Rose, the heart and soul of the convention. But yeah, it's a growing convention to help well, promote visibility for those with mental or physical disabilities, problems, learning. You going next year? Nice. Good, good, good. Exactly. Prize includes lunch and entry to all competitions. It's you basically get to you get to grow a sort of like support network. You get to meet people who might know things that you don't know yet. You get to know you get to hang out with some amazing people, and yeah, it's going to be really, really fun. It was really, really fun last year. It's going to be even better this year. I'm sure of it. And yeah, I'm personally really excited to see where it's going to go and how it's going to grow. You'll try going to SMC, but it may be tricky. So I don't play, just paint. That's what I love about the hobby. You can take that as far as you want. I agree. I'm the same. I don't play either. I only paint. Which to me is it's the favourite part of the hobby, but again, I know a lot of people who don't rate painting at all, who don't find it very fun at all, which is absolutely fine. RC is the only con you can do, too many other family demands. Yeah, I went to Salute when that was on, was it last week? That was really good as well. But that really is just a normal con. Family is overrated. But the only reason I was able to go is because Nivian didn't. And he looked after the dog when it was a last minute invitation for us to both go. And we're really hoping that next year we'll be able to plan it better, and we'll both be able to go so we can get like a dog sitter for the day. Your eventual dream would be to take it on tour, but it's a pipe dream. Yeah, it would be awesome to get to go various places with it, I guess. It doesn't have to be in Wales every year. That said, Cardiff is very nice. Bring it up here to the US, Europe. Yeah, it'd be amazing. Maybe a 10-year goal or something. Yeah. Oh Lord, we're out of time. Gotta feed the dogs before they go full feral. I hope they don't go feral, but if they might go feral instead. It's 5:20. I should probably think about getting some food in myself as well. Yeah, exactly. No worries. Enjoy your food, cat. Let that dry for a bit. We'll stick some gold on the other side, and then we'll give it a nice wash with Agrax. Kind of impressed with myself for not touching my metallics paintbrush into my normal paint water yet. Yeah, don't, yeah. It's the next thing I'll do. Okay. Nearly. Let's pull this down straight over here. There we go. He's getting there. Ooh, nearly put my normal brush in my knot. The other way round. Right. Right. Let's tidy up a little bit because I am actually now realizing that I'm really quite hungry. So let's go find someone we can raid. Let's see who's hobbying, who could do with a few viewers. Thanks, Magic. That's really kind of you. Thank you very much. Painting maps in the background. Ooh. Ooh, let's go to cash. I was just gonna say. Capay. Raid. Cash. Right. Take it easy and take it sleazy. I like sleazy. Have a lovely rest of your day, Magic. Have a lovely rest of your day, everyone. Thank you for the new follows, for the new subs, for the resubs. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for the support, as always, for the chats and for everything. Yeah, I don't think that one is working. It's not showing for me as it's like it's working. I don't really know why. Anyway, thanks very much for hanging out. We're gonna go raid a Rat Pope Cache. Guess they are train. Yeah, let's go raid Cache, give him some love, and I hope to see you all again on Wednesday. Have a lovely rest of your Saturdays. I had to think about what day it was today for a second. Bye bye.